we OG, we OG. Oh no, you're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to Olo. Experts on reload. Man, pool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got French right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls. Bet I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Man, pool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and your Gobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We have it back for another Ordinal hour, and this one is going to be the last one. Yeah, so if you know by the headline, the final show, it's all over. It is. That's the last time you will hear that song. That is the last time you will hear me say that intro. And this is the last time Ordinal Revolution will have a live stream. Yeah, it's been a lot of things going on in the back in behind the scenes here at Ordinal Revolution, and we're gonna explain it to you guys. So just stick around, and yeah, let's kind of get into it. So without further ado, let's bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Iago B. What's up, buddy?
What's up,
man? So I'm gonna let you explain what is going on. Today is the final episode of Ordinal Revolution, but there is more to be seen, right?
But there is more. Yeah, it's a somber day. No, yeah, guys, we ain't going nowhere. You can't get rid of us that easily. You know who we are. We are people that grind until we hit our goals. But yeah, so Ordinal Revolution as the actual brand is going to make a small pivot. We are moving from Ordinal Revolution to On-Chain Revolution, and that doesn't mean that we're not going to bring the same great content. We're still going to be covering the Bitcoin ecosystem extensively, and we're going to be known as the Bitcoin ecosystem specialty guys as well, right? Like we've learned so much, and so but what this allows us to do is also kind of open up to a little bit more of what else is hot around the crypto ecosystem, and also onboard those people to the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? Because at the end of the day, we all know that Bitcoin is the truth in the entire crypto space. But that doesn't mean that, there aren't other areas that need to learn about that. And also maybe us learn about them. Right. And so that's what this is for. Don't worry. We're still going to have everyday roll call. We're going to have, our same goofy kind of, debates to where we act like we want to kill each other, but we don't. That kind of stuff, and so we aren't going anywhere in terms of who we are. We're still us, and we appreciate you guys so much, guys. We want you guys to really know that. Without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to build up from pretty much starting from scratch to where we are today. And this pivot is just going to be a little pivot, like exactly like what I just broke down. And we're excited, and we hope that you are as well. So
100%. And in the words of the great poet Jay-Z, it's all about progression. Loiterers should be arrested. So it's kind of like, you know, being complacent. It's like complacency is the definition of, you know, staying stagnant. It's a definition of going nowhere, right? If you're complacent and you're just okay with being where you're at, you'll never succeed, right? And that's just kind of what we're doing here at Ordinal Revolution. My man, crypto slow with a 10 bagger. Thank you. So bags are down a little. Keep grinding for sure. So with this, we feel like this is necessary progression, right? When we went from DeFi discussions, it was the best thing we ever did. It was awesome. It was like we just had so much momentum right out of the gate as Ordinal Revolution. You typed in the word ordinal, we came up. It was the best decision we could have made. We wouldn't change that for the world. But at this point, we've noticed that people are afraid of the word ordinal. A lot of people, especially the ones who we want to bring in, they don't even know what an NFT actually is, right? They don't know how it works, stuff like that. So to them, they're just not ready for this. So as on-chain revolution, we're going to be able to make tutorial videos to guide them from the off-chain, meaning Coinbase and Binance and places like that, and actually bring them on-chain with a focus on Bitcoin, ordinals, runes, and everything that we've already learned. So this is exactly what we need. And I feel like this is how we're going to onboard people. And, you know, as a company, we need clicks, right? We need views. This is another way for us to kind of go out of the ecosystem and get people and kind of eventually bring them in without being so like pushy. Like, this is what you need to do. You need to get an ordinal. You need to get a rune. No, we want to make sure that we're talking about their assets, but then introduce them to what we're doing here with ordinals and runes and stuff like that. Did I say that correctly, you think?
yeah, absolutely. And you know, I think it's actually even more just about like really opening the doors to more people, right? Like getting them
Yeah.
into the doors and making them feel comfortable, right? Like, because if you are just comfortable with like Coinbase or Robinhood or something like that, you need a little bit of a confidence boost to go to make that next step, and that's what it's going to be. And of course, the Bitcoin ecosystem is going to be something that, you know, we get them to. That's the main goal always, right? And when it comes to clicks, like, look, we perform very well in terms of like, you know, what the space we're in and all
Right.
that. And some of our, you know, competitors, they're doing okay as well. It's just as a whole, the space, like the crypto space, and then whenever you're niche, that gets kind of minimized even more, right? So like this has kind of pulled back, but we're here for it. It's going to be a fun ride, and we want every single one of you guys to be on this ride with us, because we know eventually we will be celebrating in Valhalla, however long that takes. And we got guys like Mr. Sheedy that says, I'm never going to leave. I'm not going to quit. and that's the mindset that we all need to have together. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm about to make the biggest change I've ever made. You ready for it?
let's do it.
Boom. Change made.
Oh, my God. It looks so different. Like,
I know. That's
so
kind of the
different.
point, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to be the same exact show. The one word changes. This guy right here, where's that? This guy, it's not changing. OR will always be OR. Will always be ordinals. Will always be a part of us. The bitmap that we have here will always be a part of us. We're not changing anything besides I think it was Ti who said nothing changed but the name on the mail, right? So that's it. We're pretty much going to stay the same. But let's kind of look back though, because it was a chapter for us personally. It was a chapter that we'll never forget, and you know, even with this little change, it's still something that, you know, we can kind of turn the page a little bit, right? Yeah, reminisce about what is going on. So looking back at Ordinal Revolution, I kind of want to take a look at it, right? So this is Ordinal Revolution when we changed the on-chain. But what do you think is the most memorable moment as Ordinal Revolution? I have a few, but I'm just gonna pick one. But I'll let you go first.
Yeah. You know, the most there's so many, right? I think one of the most memorable moments for me was getting the and so where I have a trouble is like that very beginning, because we covered
Yeah.
ordinals as DeFi discussions for like, I would say like a month and a half before we made that change. Well, I guess I'll go to this then. You know, the most memorable moment, because it does have to do with our DeFi discussions and Ordinal Revolution, was the Mark Jeffrey interview. Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, first of all, the fact that like he would jump on an interview with us at that time was, you know, awesome. That speaks to the type of person Mark Jeffries is. And for the people that don't know who Mark Jeffrey is, he's an author of his Bitcoin. What's it called? His Bitcoin book.
Yeah. He had a book. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah,
But he had a
but
book from like 2013 about
exactly.
Bitcoin. Yeah.
And you know, he's obviously has a big, you know, personality. He's a big personality in the space, right? So and when he gave us that interview, I was able to kind of just be myself. You know, it was funny. We talked about aliens, we talked about all types of stuff during the times whenever the alien stuff was coming
Forgot
out,
about that. Yeah.
but the biggest moment was after we wrapped up the recording. He just asked us, you know, why you guys DeFi discussions if you're just covering like Bitcoin ecosystem stuff like BRC20s, Ordinals, all the. He's like, you guys should really kind of niche your brand. And we took that advice, and the very next morning we changed. That was like one of those things. Yeah, we changed to Ordinal Revolution. Shizzy and I were talking about like what, you know, we could do for a logo. I slapped something together, which was it was not bad for like
good.
the first little like the paint drip on there. But we had Carlos, our guy, really, you know, make it look pretty. And that's what it is right now, right? So, but that was the most memorable moment to me, because that was the pivot that we made that really kind of changed us and gave us this trajectory of success. And of course, if you don't have the work ethic and you don't have the collaboration and the teamwork and stuff, it doesn't have in the community. You guys definitely were the main part of the formula there for us. But yeah, so that was it for me. What about you?
Yeah, but before I go, I want to say, guys, put in the comments, what is your most memorable moment as Ordinal Revolution, watching the show or whatever. Just please put it in the comments. I would love that. I'm going to read it, definitely during roll call, and that would be really cool to kind of see what you guys say. But most memorable moment for me is that New Year's special. It was 2024 January. Mr. Sheedy popped on. I put the link in the comments and people hopped in. We had one guy hop in. I forget. Remember, it was like he couldn't get his connection working though. But Mr. Sheedy was there. Yeah,
we had Mr. Sheedy was there, bro. Like that was an awesome time, dude. Like, and that's whenever Minerals had just launched the day before, right? Minerals just launched, and yes, that you know, there's a little controversy with Minerals. Obviously, the people that got in at that time and sold did extremely well, right? Like you had I think a 2 month, maybe a month and a half period. They went from $60 mint to like what $3,000, something crazy like that. And then but you know, just the conversation, just the community members like Sheedy jumping in, and then we had Block come in, Eric come in, multiple people come in for that New Year. So very, very fun for sure.
Yeah, that was great. And the hot chip. Remember that? The hot chip challenge thing? Uh-oh. Did he freeze? Or did I freeze?
I'm here. Can you see me? Hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Okay. The one chip challenge. Yeah, the one chip challenge. I burned my mouth. Yeah, that night was crazy. Shout out to Mr. Sheedy, our guy here. Gonna kind of read the comments a little bit here. Everyone's pretty positive with this. Brandon Wampler says good move. Let's be honest, Ordinals are largely. I disagree. I don't think they're a failing narrative, but I mean, everyone's free to have their opinion.
Everything's down right now, so that, you know, of course, Ordinals and fungibles on Bitcoin are going to be one of the first, because they were the first to pop in 2023, right? So
yeah. Myself, it says I can dig it. Drex says good move with the rebranding, guys. Opportunities are everywhere, so it will be more helpful for all of us. Yes, and that's kind of the point too, Drex. We want to make sure that we're giving you guys every chance to be successful. And if we can find something that you eventually fall in love with after you do your own research and everything, and you can make a lot of money with that just because of what we said on the show, that would mean more to me than actually anything else, right? You guys being successful, because that's what I mean. That's how you become a good show. You build your community, and every one of your community members becomes successful. That's how they will always watch your show. They will always tune in. That's how you become successful creating content. It's not about the best content. It's about enriching the people who watch with opportunities, right? Not about like anything else. Like a lot of the opportunities we mentioned are probably gonna be missed, but if you guys hit one and it's life-changing, that's all that matters, right? So
yep, absolutely.
She says logo questions. Point to the Bitcoin ecosystem. You are making a very wise decisions. You have to do that to grow and survive. Excellent work as always. Thank you, Mr. Sheedy. Appreciate you, my friend. And yeah, a lot of people. I remember the 12 Days of Bison. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy.
that's why you had to eat the chip, was because the first person to take an image with a
Yes.
bison statue, which dude, I don't know how I found one in the next suburb over, but I was like, I remember it too. Like, I was just like, dude, there's a
Yeah.
bison statue randomly in this area. As soon as you made that bet, I was like, it's over.
Yeah.
I drove straight over there, took that picture. But yeah, the 12 Days of Bison, by the way,
Yeah.
Jay Lee, the child prodigy that won
Yeah.
like the Chinese coding hackathon nationwide, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what they're up to. I imagine that they got to be doing some sort of infrastructure stuff, but
We
we'll
met
see.
him in Nashville. So he's still building. He's still
Yeah.
building. So Super Fans is definitely a good move, guys. But for me, um, so what was it most memorable moment? Yeah, the that night was definitely big. All right, favorite guests as Ordinal Revolution. Who would you say? Obviously, you already said Mark Jeffrey. But who else would you say? Well, I guess that was DeFi discussions. But who would you say is your favorite guests for Ordinal Revolution? Guys, put your favorite guests in too. Who do you guys love that we had on the show?
Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna have a huge long list, right? In terms of favorite guests, but
Yeah.
you know, a couple of people that come to mind. You know, I'm gonna say right off the bat, you know, super fan, he's right there, right? He's been on
Yeah.
a couple times. You know, Jeff, of course, you know, going back from the early the BRC 420, the bitmap.game days, the recursive verse actually was the first
Yeah.
thing that caught me on that, right? And then Mark Jeffrey, Jake Gallen, an early guest that we had, right? And then I'll let you say some names as well because I don't want to take them all,
Yeah.
but like, you know, those are some of the ones that come to mind for me. But yeah,
Yeah, Dakib, one of our favorite people
for
ever.
sure.
Like Dakib is phenomenal. One of my favorite guests for sure. Everyone you named, of course, I would definitely name all those again. Yahweh was fun, learning about S script and his journey and stuff like that. And so many, you know, even French Montana, right? Like that was just cool. Like that was something that, you know, I didn't expect, right? And at all to happen to us. So let's just kind of go into that. That's kind of one of the biggest lessons we learned as well. So explaining that situation, we got someone reached out to us, which is weird. At that point, you know, we were just growing. I think we just hit 1,500, and as you can see, we're at 24,000 today. So it was like right around we hit 1,500 subscribers. They reached out to us and they said, "Hey, like French wants to do something in this space, so love to have you guys have him on for an interview." And we were like,
Yeah.
we thought about it though. It wasn't something we just jumped into. We
Well,
definitely thought like
yeah.
how that
Well,
would benefit us, but
yeah. Yeah, and you have to remember too, like yeah, we were barely growing at this point, and
yeah,
I remember I think it was the beginning of 2024, and BRC 20s were hot, you know, and a
yeah,
lot of things were hot, and we were the guys covering the space, right? And like for us to get a message from like a celebrity, it was like a big deal to us. We were like, what? Why is French Montana in our
yeah,
DMs, right? And having this conversation. So for us, it was kind of like a no-brainer right at first because we were just like, okay, you know, let's talk, you know. But that was definitely a learning opportunity, right? And it doesn't go say anything negative against French Montana or us or any, like, you got to learn from all the like the situations
yeah,
you are in, right? And for us, well, I'll speak for it and you can follow up with it if you want, but one of the things that like I really took from that was, you know, just because like someone has a big name in, you know, web 2 and society doesn't mean that that's automatically going to transition to success
yeah,
in web 3, right? But you know, I wouldn't trade that for anything because it was a learning experience. You go through it, right? And so that's kind of what I took from it, is to really just, it doesn't matter how big the name is, really, you know, take a step back, you know, and say, okay,
yeah,
how, first of all, how does this benefit all parties involved, you know, and that should be kind of secondary. Like, how can this affect the community? You know, first, that should be the first
yeah,
question. How can it affect the community, the audience? And then, like, you know, does it make sense if you can get past that step to all the parties involved on outside of the community, right? And we started to use that kind of mentality afterwards, after that situation. But I don't know if you want to follow up with anything
Yeah,
that you had.
that was one of the biggest lessons like we ever learned, right? It was kind of just like we felt like when they joined, like if initially it was a partnership, and then after they joined, I personally, I'm not gonna put words in your mouth, but I personally felt like I had a job at that point. Like it was like this is kind of like what we want to do, and we expect you guys, and it was just kind of like a couple things. It was very rushed. I felt like we're really good at marketing, and they didn't let us do what we're best at. It was just kind of like rush, and we didn't like that, right? And it was a lot of the stuff too was like a free mint and stuff like that. Like we feel like we could have done a better job of getting people, into that and stuff like that. And that got botted really badly, and we didn't really understand the botting back then. I feel like we could have done so many things better if we would have said, stop, let's slow down and think about this. And that's something we were just like so enamored with working with a big team. It was just cool. And it was just like, but we didn't use our brains and say, this is not how we do things here. Right. So
yeah, for sure. And that was a learning thing too. Like we had to figure out like how we handle those kind of situations in the future. Right. And so another thing was I felt like there wasn't at that point like a true point guard like for that entire like mission, right? Because there was Ordinals bot, and we didn't even know that they were a part of the whole narrative until they just kind of got put in the telegram, right? And so we had to like work with them on like what the initiative was and all that stuff. So without going too deep into it, that was definitely like a big lesson learned situation for us. I look at it as an opportunity, right? Like Michael Jordan, the best basketball player in my mind. No one can change my mind on that. Well, it said, you'll never know. He says he's like, if you never try to shoot, you'll never reach success or something. Like he's like, I've missed thousands of shots more than I've made. But and so you got to come out of that with a learned lesson. So
yeah, for sure. Let's see the comments here. Yasher says Elon Musk's father. That was really recent. So yeah, that's cool. That was weird. Let's kind of explain how that happened. They reached out to us and was like, hey, would you guys want to have an interview with Elon Musk's father? We're like, yeah, we don't want to talk about any coins or anything like that. We just want to kind of get to know the man. And that's kind of what the interview was, right? It was just cool. I mean, this guy, he birthed Elon Musk, like the world's.
Well,
I mean, you can say with this man.
But he part of it.
Them, right? He was part of it. Technically, Elon was swimming in his balls, right? I think that's how it works.
Wow.
And I'm just kidding. But like Elon Musk is the most influential man in the world. He's created the greatest companies in the world. It was awesome to talk to the person who kind of maybe help shape him a little bit. And that was when that landed on us. But yeah, we told them, hey, we're not talking about the coins. They're like, yeah, we don't want you to talk about anything else anyway. Just strictly, about that. And yeah, eventually we would love to become like I'm not gonna say Joe Rogan, but I'll say like Theo Von type of podcast where we just talk to people and stuff like that and down the line. But that's different show, different time, and everything. Mr. Sheedy says Abdul from Traverse was always a blast. Love Abdul, man. Superfan says, yo, thank you. Sheedy said favorite fill-in co-host. There was a couple. You always I mean, you guys always show up. Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, I can say for sure Jeff got a hit, a lot of, and survived for sure, 100%. And he's still building. But yeah, let's get into. Do you have anything else on that, or are you ready for the next?
No, just excited for this next kind of chapter, and like I said, just remind you guys, we aren't changing who we are. We're still going to stay, Shizzy and Yagobi, and now on Chain Revolution, and we want you guys to continue on this ride with us, with some subtle changes, but for the better.
Yeah, very, very subtle. And then, there's one more. Favorite debate discussion as Ordinal Revolution. My man Superfan said, where was it? He said he loved the debate. Here we go. My favorite times in the past was the debates. Hard to tell how serious you guys were. Sometimes it got heated, but always great things. So yeah, a lot of times like we talk before the show. We're like, if it does get like it. It's good entertainment, right? At the same time, it's not.
But it's genuine, though.
It's definitely genuine. How I feel. But we're not afraid to. Like, I'm not afraid of him getting offended because he knows that I'm not, I'm just saying my point and just kind of arguing my point. And the same thing coming back from him. I don't get offended when he screams at me, right? Because I know that we're both getting our point across, and we're being a little, since we both know how each other feel, we can be ourselves. We can be ourselves. We can be passionate. Exactly. So
100%. That's exactly the best way to break it down, I feel like.
Miss She says, lesson I learned from you guys was to be careful when branding a tight niche name. Maybe the best, have a name that covers it all. So there is a couple things there. So we were, by the Ordinals being so successful last year, we made out the best, right? We grew very, very quickly. If you typed in Ordinals on YouTube or Spotify or X or anywhere, we were one of the first places to come up. So that helped us grow extraordinarily fast, right? Extraordinarily fast. But at the same time, when Ordinals fell off, especially recently, people were not clicking on us as much, and we've seen that. So it's kind of like, it was kind of like that. It was kind of like you got the best of both worlds, but now we being on Chain Revolution, we can still cover exactly what we want to do here, but it might get us more clicks from people who don't see the Ordinal name anymore and not afraid to take that journey to a different place. So
Yeah. Yep. And like I mentioned before, like a lot of the people that cover, a single space, like if you just covered only AI, you're getting hit hard right now.
Yeah.
If you just covered ordinals and runes and the Bitcoin ecosystem, you're getting hit pretty hard. If you were covering, Bankless has gotten hit hard because they've been like a big Ethereum, EVM type of situation. But like the ones that are kind of still maintaining are ones that have the open kind of arms and doors to like every level of people. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be a bunch of like, oh, this is how you set up a MetaMask on every episode. No. But we will create like some tutorials for people like that, and try to welcome them in, because that at the end of the day, that's the best way to onboard people. And one thing that we can bring to that approach that the other guys don't have is they don't have the on-chain experience that we do. Right. So, a lot of times it's either just level one in saying, okay, yeah, cool. Here's the blue chips, TA. They cover Bitcoin, Cardano, Solana, Ethereum, and they're just at that kind of level. But like with us, we're able to kind of get those kind of people, but then say, hey, let's take you on your journey. Let's take you on your journey to real DeFi and on-chain stuff, so and have control and over your assets versus centralized exchange and stuff like that.
Yep, 100%. Paulie says, so are you guys going to be covering every chain now?
The hot stuff.
The hot stuff. So we're going to be covering every chain now. I have been really looking at what is going on BitTensor Tau. So we're going to cover the stuff that we're passionate about, and we see the best opportunity. We saw the best opportunity with Ordinals and with in the past, and I think we're going to see stuff eventually. But this kind of like takes the handcuffs off. It's where if I want to make a video about Tau or whatever, about, let's just say, like virtuals, I don't feel like I don't want to, like, I feel weird putting it out as Ordinal Revolution. This kind of just gives us freedom to talk about anything we want to talk about, and it kind of gives me more momentum to kind of look for other things as well, and not just be so close-minded and be only here, right? So
yeah, and you guys know me, I'm a collector, so I'm gonna always have my Ordinal stuff to go over, and Shizzy holds Ordinals still, so it's not like, don't think of this as like a black and white thing, because that's not. Think of it more as like a gray. We're still gonna be always covering the space.
100%. Yashir says, yeah, do not marry a chain. 100%. Mark says, I will always tune in. This move is the right one. MB in you. Shout out to Mark. My God.
MB in you.
She says, you guys are excellent team, can teach very well. To open up education to other chains is excellent. You two are excellent team and deliver content well. Looking forward to the future. Thank you, Mr. Sheedy, dude. Thank you so much. But you guys don't tune in. He said today marks the. We were thinking that too. We're hoping us changing actually marks the bottom for Ordinals. That would be absolutely amazing. And we hope that's the case. But yeah, Bitcoin machines to the moon. Shout out to Patty Poo, the machine himself. All right, but we have a show to get to, guys. So thank you guys for letting us kind of vent to you guys and talk about the next plans. We really appreciate you guys always tuning in. You guys are the reason we do this every day and can do this every day. But nothing changes but the name on the mail, as the poet T.I. would say. But moving along here.
A lot of quotes from hip hop artists today, huh?
Hell yeah. So well, no, they're poets. They're poets.
Okay.
But Bitcoin fell below $80,000 last night. There is a couple of reasons why. The first one was 5.7 billion worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum options expired at 8 a.m. UTC or 3 a.m. EST today on Deribit exchange and many other exchanges as well. Deribit is just the main one. But that is pretty much why I think we crashed so heavily, because of the fact that a lot of people had call options and they got wrecked.
Yeah. It happened at like 2 a.m. Central, so 3 a.m. Eastern, and I saw Bitcoin at like. Why am I looking at my phone at that time? Because I'm a degen, but I saw Bitcoin at like 78, I think, right? And I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. But it makes a lot of sense now with the options expiring, right? It seems to be manipulated around that time whenever options expire and stuff like that. And it's always the last Friday of the month, right? So yeah. I mean, I feel bad for the Ethereum call option people from last February that like probably thought that Ethereum would be at like 5,000-6,000 right now, because they didn't even really need to get nuked. They were already nuked. They were done. It was the Bitcoin call options that probably needed to go down. So
100%. And with today being the last Friday of the month, but the last day of the month as well. Let's take a look at my guy Plan B. I like to take a look at this every month, but Bitcoin January close was 102.42. So if you look here, our dot, if as long as nothing goes absolutely nuts, around 8 p.m. 7 p.m. tonight, I think it's 12 UTC, whatever time that is, we're gonna get a new dot on this chart, and it'll probably be most likely right here. Not really looking like anything. Maybe here. I guess you could. I guess right here would be very similar to what we have here, up, down, and then for up move. But if we are here, next month's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah, this chart definitely feels different right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take a lot to get back on track. So one of the things that we talked about before the show was maybe this reset is as a healthy thing to kind of get people. Because alts are obviously pulling back as well. Maybe not as bad as they have in the past when Bitcoin dumps.
Yeah.
You can still kind of reposition yourself with altcoins here. There's opportunities, and the people that have been around are looking at those opportunities and where to get into and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what to think about this chart for the next dot.
I think it's going to be up. I think we're going to be right here. So I think the next dot we're going to get some separation. I think we're at 130 by end of March. Just going to put that out there, and there's a lot of reasons why I think that, but the main one is everyone is so gosh darn bearish. It's ridiculous, but normally what happens is a lot of people get caught off guard, just like everyone did at 108, back down to 70. So I think it happens again, just the opposite way. But you're going to see in the news a lot of bearish sentiment. So much, dude, so much. But let's kind of get to. What's that? Sorry.
No, I was just saying, I see it already.
For sure. So the Trump Organization files trademark for Trump with plans to launch a metaverse and an NFT trading platform. The President of the United States' children, who we know are very bullish in crypto, are creating foundation here, right? But Trump has Bitcoin Ordinals. Trump has NFTs. To me. And his trading platform, his NFT trading platform, will have Ordinals on it. Absolutely huge for the Bitcoin Ordinals. It has to, because they have Trump cards.
Yeah, it's just so weird though. Like a Trump, like NFT platform. Like, what is that? Like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like a. Is it like a forced business model? I don't know. We'll see. Who's gonna use it? I don't know.
I'll use it. We'll see. If it beats Magic Eden, I'll use it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about like if they can, I guess, give a better user experience. We'll see.
Yeah. And that could actually onboard a lot of people from Web 1 to Web 2, right? Like that's another thing. It's like Trump's a very trusted name, especially
Well, to the Web3, you mean?
yeah, to the Web3 people. So using something like that, they could have an airdrop for their stuff as well, right? So potentially it could be beneficial, for the Trump organization. You got to remember too, this isn't Donald making this, right? This is Eric, and this is Donald Jr., and this is Barron, and the rest of the family, and they've had people working for them. But this is the direction that they want to go to. But that is super bullish for regulation, right? So they're going to make sure the regulation is proper before Donald leaves office, which means the next 4 years are going to be very bullish for crypto.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're heading towards that, right? And we've never really had like a huge issue with the NFT side in terms of regulation. I feel like, that's always been kind of okay. They've left it alone. So, but more than anything, I think the rest of
they had Wells notice.
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I don't know. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did get a Wells notice, and that probably made Magic Eden create the .us and have like restrictive, like features and stuff like that. But I don't know. Regardless, we're gonna get some clear regulation. Which I think I saw a post yesterday that some stuff is already starting to get leaked out, which is
good.
I
have it right here. Oh. Yeah. So this week, the SEC ended investigations into the following companies: Monday, Robinhood; Tuesday, Uniswap; Wednesday, Gemini; Thursday, Consensus, which is MetaMask; and Friday, question mark. But people are rumored that there is another one getting dropped today. Because they've dropped one every single day this week. I don't know how we're bearish at this point. I mean, this is huge. Like this is massive. Every single day, they're just dropping lawsuits. They're dropping these Wells notices from everybody. So
yeah, I mean, it has to be the macro, right? That has to be the main thing. And then also the ETF really kind of threw a wrench into things because it created this almost like this mirage of like how successful the crypto industry was when it was really just strictly Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 100%. The SEC just said that the meme coins are generally not considered securities under the U.S. federal law. They also said that meme coins have limited or no use and do not need to be registered with the SEC. Huge, monstrous. Portnoy actually came out, retweeted this, and was like, "Trenches are back open," but nobody went back.
Yeah. Did you see his video? Like he made this like content video where he has like a devil Portnoy and an angel Portnoy that was like jumping up. Did you watch it?
I did. I saw a clip. I didn't.
It's actually pretty funny. Like he's basically like saying, he's like, I'm thinking about launching Greed 3, and then all of a sudden the angel jumps up and is like, Dave, what are you thinking? Like we know that like all this shitcoin mania has really wrecked so many users and stuff like that. And even though you've told them it's a gamble and all this stuff, and then all of a sudden like that devil jumps up and is like, hey, get over here. He's like, of course you want to launch this. It's not your fault that like these idiots aren't listening to you and all this. He went on for about 3 minutes of this, literally like going back and forth to the angel devil. And I sat there and I was like, wow, you put some effort into this. But then like the comments started shredding him. Of course,
like always. I love it, but that's the best part about like an open, like especially X, right? It's like that's the thing. It's like you can put out whatever you want. The comments will tell a story as well. So,
yep.
Binance denies rumors of dumping Solana and other tokens, stating that it has not sold large amounts and that the market makers move assets independently. So we had a story that they were like shilling stuff to Wintermute, and now they're coming out and saying, no, it's not. Binance seems to be I don't know what the right word here to say, but they don't seem to be as very transparent as they should be.
Well, it's not about transparency. It's about technicalities, right? So they're saying technically we're not the ones that are liquidating these tokens. We're just giving the right to somebody else, whatever he does. That's independently, So I mean, I think it's a little, honestly, a little immature for them to come out and make a statement. Because if you're going to make the statement, clarify of how the process works. Right? Don't just say market makers move their assets independently whenever like you're basically saying, okay, here's all of the digital assets. Do whatever you want with them. No, I guarantee that's not how it goes down. So.
Yeah. But that's the thing too. It's like it's all on chain, guys. Like Binance Hot Wallet going to Wintermute, Binance Hot Wallet. Like, come on, like it's on chain. Like you, like I don't care what you say. You know what I mean? It's kind of like don't listen to what they say, watch what they do, right? And you can kind of see what they're doing live on chain. All right, so this is a something I saw, and it was kind of like I hope we're not at the first one. So there's two options here of where we might be at technically, and I'll let you see it first. So where do you think which one of these would you say we are at? Would you say
Bear trap?
Or you think okay? So this is, but look at this though, dude.
I don't want to.
Does. I know, but it does look.
Don't take me to that place. I'm not.
I know. I don't
want
to. I don't want to take you there. I just want you to see what some people may be thinking. All right. So some people think we're here.
Okay. I'm gonna stop being immature. Right? I'm gonna look at it. Let's look. Okay.
But then
let's be a realist here and see. Yeah.
We are here, right? But let's take a look at the right one. Come on. It takes so long. Yeah. So this is the so some people are saying that we've already kind of experienced this, and some people are saying we've already kind of experienced this, and we're here. Where are we, Algaby? Are we in optimism or are we in complacency?
Well, we definitely we got past hope. We kind of lost some of that. So
is there any hope left?
so definite, but I will say that we're not in complacency either. Like to where we just need to cool off for the next rally. No. Well, maybe from a Bitcoin standpoint, like they might have some of that. I would say that can match up with it, but like for the overall space, no, I would say not. We're not there. You know, it's really hard to say, right? We could be in both of these spots. Okay, let's just say that for the sake of this cycle where we are in terms of timeline, let's say Q4 is blow off top. I think the bear trap kind of matches up with that, right?
Yeah.
Because we could get, this rally is real in spring. And then but it's not crazy. Like then there's belief time to get fully invested because altcoins haven't completely mooned yet, but they are looking positive. Then you get the thrill leading up to Q4 and then blow off top Q4 euphoria, complacency beginning of 2026, and then kind of downhill. That is, I think, what everybody wants to the situation to be. I will say this. I remember Q4 of last year. I heard a couple people on TikTok talking about how that was the bull market. And it didn't match up with the 4-year cycle at all, though, right? The halving year isn't blow off top. And so they look kind of decent right now, the people that said that, because the alts really took a hit in January and February, even parts of December, really. But we still have time for what I just explained to play out. Now, if we don't see some heating up in spring, I would probably be worried.
Yeah,
I would probably be worried. I'm not saying
you'd be worried at
all-time. I'm not saying new all-time highs, stuff like that. But what I am saying is positive, a 20% uptick or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To get things going, feels energized. The macro doesn't feel as bad. QE might have started, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I'm actually thinking different than both. I don't think we're in complacency. I don't think we're in optimism. I actually think we're in depression. And I'm saying that because of looking around and seeing the interactions on X, seeing the interactions on YouTube, seeing views are down throughout, right? So maybe we get a bunch of these different cycles throughout this super cycle that we're in, right? And if we're in this depression, if Bitcoin rockets up to 140, 150, that's this belief. And this would actually take me up to my 700,000 goal, right? Being in depression and then heading into disbelief and then heading into hope. I think we're gonna see all this. I think we're gonna still see hope. We're gonna still see optimism. We'll still see a little bit of bear trap. We'll see belief. I don't even think we have hit hope yet. There's this nobody on crypto Twitter right now. It is down 90%. 90% in my opinion. And I think we haven't even hit disbelief yet.
Yeah, could be the case. I feel like we almost kind of tried to manufacture the hope phase.
Yeah.
At the
I think
beginning
the
of this year.
ETF made it so Bitcoin's growing, but as a crypto thing, that was just so manufactured by guys like Larry Fink and guys like MicroStrategies, Sailor, that I feel like maybe that shouldn't have happened, right? And that was just like their first time able to entry, their big money, they pushed the hype. I think we're about to enter this belief. I think we're in depression.
So if that's the case, that kind of could flow into the super cycle situation. But if that is the case, then we gotta get really mentally strong. I think you know what I mean, because we're gonna go through some treacherous
I don't know.
next months or something.
If we're here, which I think we are, you know what
Oh,
I
I
mean?
thought you were
Like,
saying we were in depression.
well, I think we're coming out of depression. I think,
Okay.
I think that this next step will be coming out. So yeah, I think we're about to be here. Well, I think we're at the end. I mean, you got to think, dude, it's been 3 months of hell, right? So I think we seen this in December, and then we're here, and I think we're going to be building up and getting into disbelief, and then really start moving into hope. I think we see hope by like spring.
Yeah. Well, the disbelief will come up a little bit, right? So at least give
Yeah.
us a little bit of push up. So yeah, it could work out that way. I think one thing that I am starting to try to do is really throw the traditional cycle kind of mentality out the window for now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not going to rhyme at any point during what we're going to experience here, but maybe not clinging so much to it. Because what it does is it really kind of destroys you inside a little bit. You know what I mean? Like when
100%.
you know what I'm saying? So, but that's okay, as anything, markets, industries, there's evolution that, they change a bit. And the ETF was a big variable to kind of come into our space. So we got to figure out like how to play this kind of new style and just be open-minded about it. And just know that the industry is not going anywhere. So as long as you can withstand, the bumps and bruises we're going through now, you're going to be fine in the next 6 to 12 months, right? So kind of put together this, plan at the same time, learn as much as you can of this kind of new style of things that's happening with TradFi. Because right now, we haven't even seen the biggest moves of TradFi, I feel like, in our space, or like new players emerging in our space once regulation happens. That's going to be like the biggest learning opportunity, I think, for us that have been here. And when I say us, I mean the audience, the community. And so just pay attention to that kind of stuff. And as I mentioned just a second ago, I'm not saying, the 4-year cycle is gone. I'm not saying it's in the trash. I'm just saying I'm going to take it out of my mind for a bit because this is different. This is the first red February, I believe, in a bull run year. And so we just got to adapt. We got to be smart. We got to learn.
Yeah. And super cycle is going to mess everything up, right? We've never had a super cycle before. So we're going to have a bunch, in my opinion, it's not going to go straight up though. It's going to be a bunch of these little cycles kind of, going through everything, right? Complacency and all that. But like instead of it being a year to make out, it's going to be months and then kind of keep going. But we'll see. We will see. So this is prediction market. The next thing here is a prediction market. Kalshi forecast Bitcoin dropping to 58K. So we need to see these type of articles though, right? We need to see this type of stuff because this is how we know the bottom is in. This right here, seeing this, people saying 58 is equivalent to people saying we got to hit 12. We got to hit Capo saying we got to hit 12,000 before we can bounce up. This right here is that exact thing to me. We are not hitting 58. I will put my bottom dollar. We will not hit 58. But the fact that people are thinking that shows me that we're about to
what's the percentage?
50. It was like 50%.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So half of the space
Yeah.
thinks this. Interesting.
Market forecast Bitcoin dropping to 50. Yeah, so like they're betting, they're using their own money, but that just shows me. I definitely want to check out the other big ones and kind of see what they're saying. But the fact that we're saying this type of stuff, 58, below 60, it just shows me that we're near a bottom. And I think that being at 84.5 right now, I doubt we're going to ever see 58 ever again. So, but people are going to be hopeful for that. So,
yeah. You never know, right? You never know. Nothing surprised me. But Augustine Gray had a great comment here. It says 320 days after halving begins alt season, we are at like 317. So again, kind of like that 4-year cycle analytics, which I'm an analytics guy. You guys know that. But analytics has been killing me. It's been like like just wrecking me. But it's good to know that we are 3 days away from the traditionally like alt season starting. But I will just keep my eye on it. I'll say that.
Yeah, 100%. Dusha Telecom, which is a T-Mobile. This is the MMS though, so this is a subsidiary of one of Europe's largest telecommunications companies, has become a validator for layer 1 blockchain Injective. I actually haven't really looked into Injective. I did play with it a little bit about 2.5 years ago. I remember it being like $3, and today it's like 25. But I did have a little Injective. I think I sold it, but I'm gonna dig deeper into this and see what T-Mobile is doing with Injective. But Injective is quick, dude. It's one of the faster blockchains, especially on Cosmos.
What are they? Do you know what they're known for though? Is it like gaming, or they're trying to do like RWA stuff?
I'm not really 100% sure. It's been a long time since I looked over there, but that's what we're kind of going to be doing as on-chain Revolution. I'm going to be able to like dig into more of this stuff and really figure out what's going on. But I remember back then they were just like a crazy fast blockchain using Cosmos's I think what is it? I think they're
SDK.
Cosmos uses the SDK, but I think Cosmos uses WebAssembly. So I think they were using that, and they have a mixture. They might even been a little bit EVM as well. But I'm gonna start to dig deeper into Injective, but that's huge. It's huge for them that T-Mobile is actually even looking at blockchains that are not the top 3, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well, and I think these corporations are probably looking for opportunities right now because they have capital, but they don't want to just deploy their capital. So they're like, okay, how can we be a part of infrastructure and to where we can, earn revenue, right? Even if we have to inject some capital for infrastructure setup, we just want the long game here. Smart, I think, by them, and we'll start to see more and more of this kind of stuff, in my opinion, which is good for us because, I already think crypto's not going anywhere, but more of this is going to really establish that thought process and perspective.
100%. And that's kind of like, why wouldn't Google run a whole bunch of stuff, right? They have all the technology that they probably have insane. Like, why wouldn't companies like NVIDIA run these validators and earn tokens? Like, all they're doing is using a little bit of electricity, and they probably already have everything they need. So you're probably going to see more and more of this. They're going to see these companies not buying tokens but earning them, right? So we'll see.
Yeah.
The next thing here is huge for the space. So Uniswap partners with Robinhood, MoonPay, and Transact to facilitate crypto to fiat transactions. This is massive, man. I don't think people understand how big this is. Just the first 4 words here: Uniswap partners with Robinhood. Incredible, absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I agree. And MoonPay coming in as well. Transact I'm not too familiar with, but
I don't know them.
This is really that kind of cross of like Web 2, Web 3. Robinhood already got involved with crypto with the Doge from last cycle and, offering the majors and stuff like that. But this is big because now you're talking about a decentralized application coming in and partnering with a centralized application and MoonPay, which, Robinhood and MoonPay, those type of applications are literally there to make normies be able to onboard to crypto as easy as possible. So this is a big headline, I think.
100%, dude. Looking forward to seeing what they do together. So MetaMask, new Fox, who does so the Fox barely changed. Let me see. I had it up here. Where are you? There it is. So MetaMask, if you guys don't know, they were saying they're going to be adjusting their logo. They just went from a fox to another fox, but which I guess we were all kind of expecting. But let me show my screen here, and this is it right here. So
What
what do you think?
that's not this. Is that not the same
No,
logo?
it's different. It's different.
How?
I don't know. It's different. So new logo, new fox. I
Oh
don't
no
remember.
no. Wait. Go back up. Go back up. It says new fox. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
look different to me.
I know. I don't get it, but it's like it's a little bit more animated, I guess. New colors.
Yeah.
They've added some new colors. Yeah, I wish I would have screenshotted the old fox, but it's because I don't think it's much different. But they kind of went for that way. But yeah, not much. I still think that they're going to be an airdrop. So if you guys do EVM stuff, do it with your MetaMask and do it in the swap. Because I was thinking about it, I was like, there's no way for MetaMask to know if you're just holding assets in a MetaMask, because like you just put your words into another wallet, AVM wallet, and it's the same, right? There's no way of knowing. But the swap and the bridge, they're definitely saying that because you can only do that through a MetaMask, right? So you guys make sure you guys are using their bridge, make sure you guys are using their swap. I think consensus now, especially with their Wells notice being dropped, I think they're going to drop a token. I think that'll actually help them too. And there's rumors too that they're going to actually have an NFT platform and maybe a Uniswap competitor as well dropping. So I don't know how true these are, but if they do, and having a token, that the token could be governance for those protocols as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. You know, they also announced that they were adding support for Bitcoin assets as well, like ordinals and stuff. So they are making moves. You know, that's a good thing, I think, for them. This is a good sign because
yeah,
you can have like wallets and like OpenSea, for example. Last year they were a known brand in our space, but they weren't moving. They were doing nothing. You know, intentionally. That was a part of their
yeah,
strategy until like times got better. But then that gave Magic Eden an opportunity to really kind of leapfrog them, right? So MetaMask seems to be like not being stagnant, not being complacent. They're moving around.
yep, 100%. The next thing here is really cool. So Base Chain, they breaking just announced Flash blocks, making it the fastest EVM chain in crypto. So we do know that Sonic came out, and they are blazingly fast. Anyone use the Sonic blockchain in the recent month or couple months, you'll notice how quick it is. It's absolutely insanely quick. So basically, Base wants to compete with them. So they're using these thing called Flash blocks now. And how it works, I gotta dig a little deeper into it, but they did have this this video here of how a Flash block could work. It basically seems like you're just kind of just taking it and putting it in. I don't know, like multiple Flash blocks in each block. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to dig in, but really cool that that's very innovative, because if they want to do what they have to do to compete with Visa and MasterCard, we do know that Coinbase wants to do that, then they're going to have to be really quick and faster than Sonic. And right now, that's not really possible. We're not seeing any chain being able to do that. But with Flash blocks, we'll see. What do you think about
Yeah.
Flash blocks?
Yeah, I think if they can achieve something, you know, comparable to like Visa, MasterCard, which obviously is their own proprietary software systems that they use, right? So it's a lot easier whenever it's a centralized software, not an open, you know, blockchain type of, operation. If they can do that, that's going to be huge. A lot of people say it's really impossible to get to that level, and it's not necessarily needed. But we'll see with flash blocks. They're
Yeah.
making these big, you know, brash statements. So we'll see. But if it is, and if it's cheaper, that will be crazy because that changes an industry completely.
Yeah,
The
100%.
credit card industry, yeah.
So we'll see. And it's Coinbase, right? So I know they're going to want to do big things, especially, taking over the credit card industry and stuff like that as well. So, yeah. Well, let's get into the fear and greed here. Last week was a 55. Yesterday was a 10. Wow. What do you think we are? We're a little bit more. We're still in extreme greed, which is below 20. But we're higher
Extreme
than
fear,
yesterday.
you mean?
Extreme fear. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish we were in extreme greed, but
Like
extreme
what,
fear.
like 17?
Pretty much 16, we're right there. But sitting at 84 200, right where we are right now, I think we're going to be up here tomorrow. I think by Monday we're back over here. I think we're going to be in by the end of March, be in extreme greed. I think this does a complete 180, especially with I think CPI is going to look good. I think rate cuts are going to happen. I think I'm expecting a really, really bullish March. So
I could see that. I could see that. But I do remember, like, I can't remember what month was like really like depressing last summer, if it was July
April.
or August.
Oh yeah,
It was
the
one of the
summer was awful.
summers, but there was a bad back to back, and it was like July
Yeah.
might have kicked off like the like one of the worst months that we had for a minute. And then it followed up. It took an entire month to really kind of get out of that. But
Yeah.
what can change it and expedite it would be, quantitative easing, rates cutting, stuff like that. And so maybe we get that in March. And if we do,
Yeah.
yeah, I think second half of March could be really, really thrust this up.
100%. I agree. All right, let's get into that Bitcoin price action brought to you guys by BitPerp. BitPerp has a huge announcement today. They're going to be making it. Did they make their announcement yet? Can we say probably not, right?
I don't
I
think
haven't looked.
I don't think
But they're
so,
making
yet.
a big announcement today. They're going to be doing some really cool stuff there, and I don't see it. Nope, no announcement yet. But they're going to be doing the announcement today, and then on top of that, their testnet is live. If you guys go to bitperp.io, you guys can actually make a trade so if you make one trade with that wallet, you're going to get put into a raffle to win a huge prize by them. They're going to be potentially their token, and I don't know if it's a USDT prize. We can ask him what exactly the prize is on Tuesday. I think there was last time I did ask him, but they weren't 100% sure yet. But definitely check out our Tuesday segment with them. Every Tuesday around 12 o'clock, they hop on 12 o'clock Eastern time. So definitely check out BitPerp. And guys, take advantage of their paper trading right now, because you can go on there. It's a very volatile time to be in crypto. So maybe you shouldn't be using real money. But if you guys take advantage, you guys can maybe learn a lot. And at the same time, I think by using, them, you're going to be earning as well. They told us straight up they want to enrich their community, be a part of their community, play with the testnet, go to their Discord, join their Discord, guys. This is an airdrop opportunity. Like they're not like sugarcoating it. They're going to have a token, and they're going to reward the people who use their site. So again, bitperp.io. I really, really hope you guys are taking advantage of these opportunities. So.
Yep. And before we get into the Bitcoin price action, guys, if you wouldn't mind sharing this space on X, hitting that like, and then on the YouTube side, hitting that like and subscribing to the channel. And on the abstract side, if you could share the stream, that would be great. But let's take a look here at Bitcoin's price action. Looks like the guys from the morning bell have gotten back from lunch here. But yeah, this is the 5-minute chart, which I never jump on, but I use it for positioning, trying to look for a position here. But okay, the hour chart, you can see here, we actually rebounded, pretty much all morning. If you want to start from 3 a.m. So the kind of tariff news came in, China saying that they're going to retaliate. We really took a dive after that, getting all the way down to that 78,000 I mentioned. And then 3 a.m. Central started this uptrend, as you can see here, 3 a.m. to where we are now. So that's been about an 8-hour swing there. So it's looked really good. The leading indicators, of course, are going to look good when you see like a huge uptick in trend. I mean, it was like a red candle in this 8-hour period. How do I see the rest of today? It seems like they want to push it up, and it could be also the fact that they got rid of the options kind of cleared out, right? That whole situation cleared out early this morning. So they don't necessarily have to bring it down so far. But I do see maybe a small correction happening. You can see this red candle starting here on this hour candle here at just now, just because it's been up only really since 3 a.m. Central. So I would be careful. Not probably jumping into any long positions right now, especially with kind of the drawdowns that we've had. We did draw down to I think like 82 yesterday, and then came back up to 85, and then in the middle of the night came down to that 78. So it doesn't mean that, like, just because we're in this uptrend doesn't mean that the sell-off is over, right? That's what they want you to think, and then you get into a long position, and then you find yourself in down already from the jump. So just be very careful. Second half of today, I would say probably see some chop, back and forth. I do expect like momentum to kind of swing back and forth here, and heading into the weekend. So that's what I'm seeing on the hour chart. The 4 hour, let me pull that up real quick here. not this one. Let me go to here. Thought I had it. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the 4-hour actually looks not too bad. It's playing off of basically that uptrend that we had since 3 a.m. It looks like we have exited the sell pressure on the MACD. So I would just really pay attention to how the rest of today goes, right? So if we have a pretty good day, then that means that we're going to form a really strong couple candles here in the green, and we could have a decent weekend, right? In kind of waiting for us on Sunday for that big move. I'm really skeptical right now, or like I'm just cautious to have any expectations for Bitcoin's price action. But just to let you guys know, there's a big liquidity pocket that could, really fulfill that short squeeze that people have been talking about at 93,000, right? So if let's say that we do, start to trend up, just have that in the back of your mind. 93,000 is going to liquidate a ton of shorts, like a lot. So that could be where we're headed, but take it day by day, because Bitcoin has been extremely volatile. I didn't expect to see it hit 78 so quick. There was a comment in the chat that said, this pullback is kind of expected, which I know typically we'll see like a 30% pullback. It's just it feels different whenever like everything besides Bitcoin hasn't really had any moments. And so when Bitcoin pulls back now, it feels even worse. So that's why I think people kind of feel that way. But it is normal to see this sort of pullback, right? In the beginning of the bull run year. So it's not that much out of the norm.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm actually expecting 92,000 by the end of the day. Is that weird to say? But we actually just got some breaking news though. BlackRock adds its own Bitcoin ETF into its $100 billion model portfolio universe. So what Universe is a fund BlackRock uses. They add funds to it, and you can actually go into it. And what they'll do is they'll basically give you a model portfolio of it. So let's just say you have $10 million. I think the minimum is $10 million to enter this, and they will mimic your portfolio to look like the Universe portfolio, depending on how much you put in. So if there's a percentage going into Bitcoin ETF, they're forcing everyone now to go into the Bitcoin ETF. So this is absolutely massive. There's going to be a lot of billionaires now, millionaires going into this this fund, because if they add this fund to it, think of it as like the S&P for BlackRock, right? So if you are part of this now, every single one of those people that are part of this, I mean, we're talking about very rich people, are in the Universe portfolio, are now going to have to being forced Bitcoin into their their portfolio. So pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think this is actually smart for them, right?
Yeah.
Because it kind of makes people that want to have a little bit of risk to their appetite, but knowing the fact that they're following this Universe portfolio that BlackRock is creating for their high end clients, that's probably not gonna you're not gonna try to set them up for failure, right? So
Nope.
And their software is like crazy algorithmic, for trading and stuff like that. So we'll see.
$10 million minimum. You need your portfolio. Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
it's not a little guy can get into the Universe. So the BlackRock Universe, that is. But yeah, moving along here, we got the roll call. First is first on this show, and congrats to my boy. He asked the question the other day. He said, "Is he still number one?" Rocket Dog was number one, right? He was the number one subscriber, and then Danny was like 13 minutes later, which is pretty crazy. I don't know if Rocket Dog's still a part of that. I guess we can find out. But Danny might be the number one subscriber now. We'll have to check it out. We haven't seen Rocket Dog in a long time. I miss Rocket Dog. He's my guy. But Danny was first. He said, I love this comment. The first comment. Got him. Shout out to Danny, man. So let me actually show it. So Danny got number 8. WebDrill got 10. So guys, we actually officially bought the prize. We're not going to announce it until Tuesday, but we bought the prize, and we're very happy with it, because we know in January, it's, dude, what if the prize is like $13,000 or something? If this thing does like a 13x, which we think it is, it's gonna be pretty crazy. So yeah, we dropped like $1,000 on this ordinal. It is an ordinal. If you tune into Tuesday's show, Yagobi won't be with us on Monday. It'll be J25, but he'll be back on Tuesday. But for that Tuesday show, we're going to be announcing a couple other things too. Maybe a prize for second place and third place. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're going to
we'll
talk
talk
about it
about it.
internally, and then we'll get back to you guys. Let us know what you guys want us to do. But yeah, so we obtained their first prize. If you watch yesterday's show, you might get hinted to what that prize is, but we'll actually show it, the full ordinal and the number that you will receive if you're number one. And guys, don't get discouraged by Webdro, Danny, or Tim, or anybody who's on this list of numbers. That you can still do it. I mean, you have like 280 more days. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? It's a plus $1,000 prize on the line. All you got to do is become first, right? So
yeah. And you guys deserve it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
the stuff that you guys are gonna win, because you're constantly every day like really grinding for this. And yeah, I tell Shizzy, like, I love the fact that you guys are so competitive for this, because we're both competitive people, and it just, like, you know, extends to our community as well.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll go over some stuff on Tuesday that should make you guys pretty excited and happy about this whole thing. And you know, may the challenge continue and the competition continue.
Yep. So like I said, it's only like Webdro has 10. I mean, all you got to do is just beat them. All you got to do is just be first, right? So at first is first. Followed by Kai Effect. He's at first to like. That should mean something. There's no way we can track it.
I know.
I wish we could track that. But Webdro says, Danny boy. Mr. Henke says, oh, FK. Let's F and go. Shout out to you and your Billy Cat, man. You are absolutely awesome. And then over on X, we had Odin Cat CTO actually saying Gmail. And then they said Gmail, is Odin Cat on Odin Fun. So shout out to you. And then our guy Urina TV says, now you can finally cover Morpheus AI. Sure. Yeah, I mean,
what that is.
I'll look at it. ASAP Benji says, sure, you got it, Danny. Nice. Nighthawk says, GM, Danny boy, watch out for the Reaper. He's coming for you. Yeah, he didn't come for him last night, though. Glass Hoppers is getting closer. And then Danny says, yeah, I'm trying to watch. Got a hot date tonight, so I'm getting ready
Dude,
for that.
He's acting like you know, he doesn't care, but he's definitely checking. I know that.
There's a huge prize on the line now, guys. It's official. So Mats is here, says got him. Webdro's here, and it's funny too because I always said I want to give away this item, and now we're actually going to be doing it, which is awesome. Who's trying to fill the CME gap? Webdro says. Superfan says nice one, Danny boy. Level Up Tech. It's been a long time for you guys. He said Danny boy owns shares in YouTube. He might. YouTube is hitting Danny up like, yo, get in here. Yeah, and then we have Bitmap News says now cross-chain revolution. Nah. I mean, I would have probably been good, but I'm actually like in the on-chain revolution. Chief Axel with a square and a heart. Yasher says hello guys. What's up, my guy says, why is it all over, mate? It's not all over. It's just a little rebrand, as you know now. I always have trouble thinking about Yag bouncing into the rap intro. What do you think he means by that?
He's talking about like whenever I'm down low and then you're doing it, and I'm
Oh, okay. I got you. Mr. Sheedy, I knew it was clickbait. Thank you for all your work. Yes, it was clickbait. That was my fault. I was like, I told Yago yesterday, I was like, it's a good idea. I see Rand Nooner do it all the time and stuff like that. So it worked. We definitely have more than we had yesterday. And then Matt says on-chain revolution. Yes. Patty Poo with a sup. Yeah, sure says cool. Brandon Wamper said, let's be honest, ordinals are largely a failing narrative. For now. Crypto Slow says BRC20 Mania. That could be absolutely huge.
Yeah, that was crazy last year in the beginning.
Yeah. Yep. And a couple comments I've already read from my guy Drex and Mr. Sheedy. Drex says, just one tip, branding is very important, and you know that. Keep this one for more than a year. This is the last change, I think. I think we'll be if one thing we do want to do eventually on the line is niche a little bit, but have on-chain revolution as the umbrella, and maybe bring back Ordinal Revolution where we just do.
Well, we're gonna we'll still have like
these side channels.
Yeah, the branding from it as well. You know.
Yeah.
So with the sniper rifles and that, so we're gonna be planning for that in the future.
100%. Mr. Sheedy says yes. Yo GM from my man Steamy J. Let's go. Superfan, you're actually in our news today, so stick around, man. And then I just want to keep hitting on the same comments. Kai FX says, IMSO Chris. A funny story about that. We did a video with him real late one day, and he was, if you know IMSO Chris, you know that he likes to
once he gets going, he don't stop.
Yeah, he likes to go. Me and Yaga were both. It was late, and we had a long day, and we're both dipping out. I was falling asleep, guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was very interesting, but it was just we stopped doing videos that late. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's just $1 billion balls. Bob's, I guess Bob's balls. I'm not sure. Is that yeah, sure. Is that a coin? Because I'll get into that. I like that. I like that a lot. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's weird, but I say yeah. I can say Jeff got hit a lot and survived. Yes, 100%. Paulie, I read your comment already. Mark read your comment already. Paulie says on the macro, BTC is doing exactly what it's supposed to. There will be one more good run up to 180 to 225K. Then it's the real bear market until 2026. Yeah, I don't know, man. If we're in a super cycle, that could be what everyone thinks. And then we head up to 350. And then everyone thinks that's the top. Then we head to 450. Who knows? Who knows, right? But I see 700K. Yasher says, sell your kidney, not your Bitcoin. That was so crazy. Oh, yeah, I was Sailor, right? Came out and said, sell your kidney, but don't sell your Bitcoin. How much can you get for a kidney?
I don't know, but I don't want to know. I'm not doing that. I need my kidneys at this age.
100%. Fatty says, Shizzy has no bear in his DNA. Balls of a bull. Yes, sir. 100%. Palpa says, GM Legends. Mike says, I'm bullish for the rest of the year. Yes, I agree. 100%. Yasher says, but I think that the meme coin fraud and disappointment was a good incident for the crypto. Yeah, honestly, though, it was probably really good to happen now, right, than later. So 100% agree. Tim Baker says, I'm late watching, 30 minutes behind, but you guys are the best. You guys, knowledge is undeniable and have come a long way. Every guest you have on always says how proud they are. Yes, I agree 100%, man. Appreciate you, Tim, man. You're one of our earliest guys as well. Much love to you and everything you do for our show, man. Johnny Utah says, is this the last show? She fella, sad to hear that. So it's the last show of Ordinal Revolution. Ordinal on-chain revolution actually starts in about 15 minutes. So after this show, we will officially be changing everything to on-chain revolution. You're going to be seeing some changes on the X, on the YouTube, and there's already some changes already on the other things as well. But yeah, we're here, Johnny. We're here to stay. We ain't going nowhere, my friend. Austin Gray says, Ben Cowan say Ethereum will go home. You too good for your home. Yeah, so he's saying 1400.
Go to your home. So, are you too good for your home? Happy Gilmore. I saw. I'm connecting with you, Austin Gray.
The second one comes out soon. You're interested in watching that?
I'll watch it just because Happy Gilmore's a classic, but I'm not super excited about it or anything.
I'm looking forward to it. I ain't gonna lie. Yasher says, so for the first time, we are in a crypto multiverse, some in disbelief, some in optimism, and some in complacency. 100% agree with that, man. Yeah. Pelpa says, thank God. Would weaken the industry, they put memes as securities. Yeah, 100%. Wild Wreck, Pelpa says. Austin Gray says 320. After having begins alt season, we are like 317. So we're 3 days away from alt season, says my guy, Austin Gray. Mike's Elf says, I still believe in the 4-year cycle. I expect an end to the year blow off. Courtney Johnson hit you with a
hey.
Shout out to Courtney. And then we have Cheedy is here, always here. Appreciate you, my friend. You are absolutely amazing as always. I love your blue suit, bro. I might just leave you up on the screen with that amazing blue suit. If I ever meet you in person, Cheedy, you gotta rock that suit, bro. Gotta rock that suit, bro. I'll know who he is right away. I see that suit. Shout out to Cheedy. Carlos CLS, it's been a long time since you've been here with your Bitcoin frog. He said, best moment, Shizzy, eating a spicy taco and shaking. I was shaking. I was shaking like a dog shit.
Spicy chip.
For sure.
Spicy
chip. Yeah, 100%. Carlos says, GM Legends, always watching from the beginning. My guy. We love you, Carlos. Thank you so much, man. Zaparesi says, damn, got me. Clickbait. Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I apologize. We need some views in here. Johnny Utah says, so it's not the last episode. You so
Son of a gun. You son of a gun. You
Oh,
son of a
gotcha.
gun.
Yeah, Johnny. So we're just trying to get people in here, my friend. So Kai FX is I'm 100% sure Ordinals will be back, guys. Yeah, dude, we're not
100%.
leaving Ordinals whatsoever. I just bought an OMB the other day. So I'm not selling until 40K either. So I am ready. Superfan says, I want to contribute a bunch of heroes to the reward pool.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. That's how many. Let us know how many you can contribute, and we'll the top 10 winners will potentially could win something depending on how many you get. And let us know, man. We can do some type of purchase as well. Johnny Utah with a face. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you guys so much. I know it's a late roll call. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Without you guys, man, I would be still a CNC machinist. Sweat my ass off. Well, no, that place is very comfortable, but I'd still have the cut metal. And thanks to you guys, I don't have to. And we really appreciate that from you guys, man. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. All right. So I don't really have much here left, so we're gonna end this quick, and then we'll get into Fluid Friday, go over their tweets and stuff. But Superfan, this is we got you in the news today, man. And so let's bring up your comment. Because I didn't know this about I guess I should have, but he said, wow, the SEC finally provides some clarity. And they started at the scammy side of the pool. Meme coins are collectibles, not securities, just in time for the upcoming big noodle coin.
Uh-oh.
Like a hammer. I am bullish on the big noodle coin. I want some ASAP. Let me get in on the pre-sale, my friend. Absolutely awesome. Thank you. So thank you for this. And I knew you did mention
Alpha drop.
This alpha drop. You did mention it on our show, and now it's official. So shout out to you, my friend.
Yep, I'm excited about it. What standard is it going to be? Are you going to stick with the tap standard? Let us know.
Yeah, for sure. And when you do drop it, let us know. We'll definitely bring you on Chain Revolution. So it'll be your first appearance there. So yeah, thank you. No, thank you, man. Really appreciate everything you do for the space, dude. Absolutely awesome. And then the next thing here is a tweet from our guy Mats. Mats is a big on the DMT side, and he actually posted. He said, "I show my screen." He said, "First Nat airdrop to a Bitcoin miner just happened. A new era is upon us." And then I did have that site up. I think it's right here, where it's official as of yesterday. I think around like 12 o'clock or so. It was official that the miners were now earning the NAT token. Pretty cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's not something I imagined, but it's different.
Yeah, it's different, and you have to start someplace, right? So they had that block, and now we're gonna see what happens here. Like, does this just keep dropping to miners and they don't know about it and they don't care, or do they start to care? And but the one good thing, I guess, is that it's not just going to be able to be grabbed by anybody anymore. And just sold down right away. So that's a good thing, because you kind of, in a way, are halting inflation a bit.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I mean, look,
Price,
this one miner right here alone at SecPool, they've already made about 3 million NAT tokens, right? So this is all the rewards they want. You guys come here. This is natgmi.com, and you guys can come here and click on one of the miners, Foundry USA, and you can see that Foundry has won a lot of NAT tokens. They're already got close to 1 billion NAT tokens already. So yeah, and then Ampool, again, another one sitting on billions of dollars, or I'm sorry, billions of
dollars. Wow,
thousands of dollars. I think. I don't know, but shout out to you guys. But let's get into Fluid Friday. If you guys don't know who Fluid is, you're definitely living under a rock. Without the team Raul has at Fluid, they're actually absolutely they're amazing. They were just in consensus, and now they're in ETH Denver. They went from Japan to ETH Denver, and what these guys are building is absolutely amazing. They're letting you stake. Their dog thing just finished. They're letting you stake on L1 Bitcoin. No one's really allowing you to do that yet. All right, and these guys are absolutely. They have 44 million dog locked up with a 20% APY. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they were the first to do it. They're innovators, right? So it's super exciting that they are starting to get recognition that they deserved probably months ago, right? But they're connecting, and Raul and his team, and they work hard too. They're constantly. You said Japan, but they were in Hong Kong for Consensus.
Was it Hong Kong? Okay.
Yeah, but the flight's probably about the same in terms of traveling all over the world, right? But I expect huge things from these guys, not because they, just talk a lot about it. It's because of what they've created, so a lot of times it's like, don't talk about it, do it. They are one of those builders that do, and then people get bullish because they see it and are able to interact with it firsthand.
100%. And the fact that they're also building a thing called Aquarium, which will allow you to use your Bitcoin wallet in Cardano DeFi, which is really awesome, because now with account abstraction, they're gonna be doing really cool stuff, and we're gonna be doing tutorials on that as well. I love it. I love account abstraction. I love what they're building over there, and I love that they're building on layer 1 Bitcoin as well, right? And in about 50 days, I want to say 51 days, their Rune will be out. So the FLDT is a token on Cardano, will eventually 1-to-1 with the Rune, and you'll be able to buy that on Magic Eden or places like Rune Stacks, everywhere that you can potentially add liquidity. You will be able to get FLDT token if you're interested. But yeah, I have 20 Ordinals, 20 passes of theirs locked up that I bought on the market, and and I have 400,000 dog locked up here as well. So now I will be receiving that in 87 days. Really looking forward to these. That'll be awesome. Dog does a 15x by that point, and I was forced to hold. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Shizzy proof yourself.
Yep.
But they made an announcement, and I think they're going to be a part of the bridging dog to Cardano as well. So they're going to help facilitate.
Well, that's what Aquarium is. That's also a part of it. Yeah.
So expect to probably see a dog pool on possibly MinSwap, guys. That's their main DEX on Cardano. So not only are they innovative of just having staking, but they're a part of this initiative to bring Bitcoin assets to the masses, and you got to appreciate that, because that's what we need. We need people to know about like these Bitcoin layer 1 assets that are built or created on Bitcoin's native layer, and maybe they're serviced in different environments, and they're going to be a part of teaching and educating the Cardano community on that with the dog bridging over there.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool too, and to add liquidity over there, and then dogs on Cardano, and that just benefits Rune. That just kind of makes the name Runes, people get used to it and understand that, hey, it's a Bitcoin meme coin. And now that meme coins are not being looked at as securities whatsoever, again, that's another big thing to the dog community. Dog community is one of the biggest communities out there. Like that's one thing you said earlier. You said, you're not, on the timeline or whatever, I see more dog stuff than I see anything else. And I followed like 3,000 people. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty crazy how big the dog community is. And dog could really be up there with the likes of Shiba. I'm not gonna say Doge, but the likes of Shiba and the likes of some of these other ones, like but we'll see. I mean, it's already beaten out Fartcoin, right? So that's always good. But yeah,
I never imagined saying those words at this time last year, or this time last year. Dog wasn't out, but like when Dog first launched that, Dog beat out Fartcoin. True though.
I think that's all we really got from these guys that flew. I'm gonna check their Twitter real quick and see if there's any announcements that they had.
I think it was just, if you're in ETH Denver, you want to connect with them, they're going to be around there. So just make sure that you're looking out for them, because they're going to have their booth there, and you get to meet Raul, which is a really amazing person. We got the opportunity to meet him in Nashville as well. So.
Yep. Awesome. And actually, Fluid's going to be on Ordinal Hive Spaces tomorrow at 2 p.m. So Saturday at 2 p.m. All right, we can do it. I was going to play some video games tomorrow, but but no, I'm just kidding. We'll be there. It should be fun. Exciting. Let me actually give this a retweet so you can find this on my account as well. Definitely fun, guys. Check this out. If you have any questions for Raul and the team, hop in there. I really hope you guys do join that. That'd be really cool. to kind of speak to you guys too. You can get you guys on stage, talk to us, let us know, and we'll also be announcing in there that the changes will officially be ordinal on chain. It's gonna be hard. On chain revolution starting in about an hour, and yeah, so look out for that. We'll be in there. So, but I think that's our show.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap it up here for a Friday. Thanks to all 181 of you guys and the people watching on Abstract and Rumble and everywhere else that we can't account for right now. But if you could check out our partners, obviously, we are able to do this stuff because of you guys first and foremost, and then our partners. So if you wouldn't mind checking them out, we'd greatly appreciate it. Emblem Vault is going to be the interoperability tool for Bitcoin Layer 1 assets, more specifically Ordinals. You're going to be able to jump those into different EVM environments to start off with, like Abstract, Merlin Chain, and then eventually like Solana and other ecosystems as well. But they also have their AI Bitcoin wallet that is going to help you be able to vault up your Ordinals or just make Bitcoin purchases for you guys. And don't forget about their Emblem Vault founder keys, which you can trade right now before their TGE in an ERC 721 format on OpenSea. You can learn all about all this stuff at emblem.vision. And then BetBTC is the predictions marketplace for the Bitcoin ecosystem. All you need is an Xverse wallet, some Bitcoin in there, and 6 blocks, and you can start placing bets right away. They announced their 24-hour markets that are live right now, and you can place bets almost kind of like longing or shorting Bitcoin. It's really cool. And they expire every 24 hours, so you don't have to wait for like months before the market closes, like some of the other bets on there. And they're going to have create your own markets, which you can earn 1.5% on the total volume. So it's going to be super exciting once that's live as well. Learn more at betbtc.win. And BitPerp, the perps and leverage decks of the Bitcoin ecosystem, you're going to be able to trade synthetic Bitcoin fungibles like Dog Go to the Moon, Ordi, Sats, stuff like that, as well as stuff outside of the ecosystem like Pepe, Trump Coin, those types of coins as well. They do have their testnet live right now. If you go to bitperp.io, you can connect your MetaMask there, it'll automatically hook up the testnet, get familiarized with the platform. They're going to be rolling out the mainnet very, very shortly after the testnet is competition is done. So just be ready, guys. You can learn more at bitperp.io. And then Fluid Tokens, we just went over these guys. They're in ETH Denver right now. So if you're there, go and connect with Raul. But yeah, the Dog Go to the Moon Season 2 is done. You had your chance to get into that, but they'll have future vaults, for different assets. So just, keep up to date with what vaults go live when, and we'll do the same for you guys. We'll actually announce it once they do go live. But if you're a founder of an ordinal collection, you etched a rune, you have an established community, and you want a staking vault for Bitcoin Layer 1, you can reach out to Raul, who'll get you guys set up. But yeah, amazing things coming from them with the Cardano Aquarium kind of cross-chain efforts that they have there. You can learn about all this at fluidtokens.com. And Merlin Chain, your #1 scaling solution for Bitcoin native L1 assets and protocols. If you are a builder on Bitcoin Layer 1 and you want your protocol to be a bit more flexible, quick, you can reach out to Merlin Chain's team and apply for a builder grant. A couple of our partners applied, got in, so it's not impossible. So just apply, guys, if you're serious about building. Also, for retail users, if you want to swap for Dog Go to the Moon, you can do so at merlinswap.org. They have a large liquidity pool over there for Dog Go to the Moon. You can use Merl tokens or wrap Bitcoin over there to swap over there for Dog Go to the Moon. And don't forget about our integrated partners and Foxy building the metaverse on Bitcoin called the Bitverse, and their first-person shooter game that we live stream every Tuesday at 3 p.m. The goal is to get more kills than Aaron, which is the co-founder there, and you could possibly win something this coming up Tuesday. We'll see. And then Ordinal Hive is the aggregator ordinal marketplace for Bitcoin Layer 1 and Layer 2, cheapest ordinals around at Ordinal Hive. Also, Merlin, to learn more about Merlin Chain, merlinchain.io. We thank you guys so much for checking out our partners.
Yeah, and with Merlin Chain too, the staking, 15% APY on any Merl that you hold. Definitely check out merlinchain.io, hit the stake. If you do hold Merlin or Merl token, definitely stake it, because it's liquid staking, right? So you can get it out whenever you want. You can stake it and then unstake it, stake it, unstake it. You will lose like 1 cent every time you do it for the fees, for the blockchain fee, but you can do that if you want. So you can test it out, stake it, unstake it, make sure you're good, and stake it, and then you can actually see your balance go up. I'm actually watching mine. I'm already earned like over 35 Merle already. So, and that's
Nice.
just, you know, that's not a lot. It's like $1,500. So I'm earning a Merle token, and it's really cheap right now. So if you think about accumulating, but not financial advice. But if you guys wouldn't mind checking out the new site, which is onchainrevolution.io. We wanted to go the IO route because on-chain, a lot of the on-chain sites are IO. So definitely check out onchainrevolution.io. Again, we have some of the best articles, guys, articles dating all the way back to last year. Check them all out here. If you know someone just entering the crypto space now, because we're going to have crypto-related articles now as well, just entering, you guys want to check out our stuff, please send it to as many people as you possibly can. And you guys can go to it too, because the more clicks we get, the better it is for us. If you guys need a VPN, as always, we have the best VPN, NordVPN. You shouldn't go to sites without a VPN, guys. Walking around with your IP hanging out, not a good idea. I don't want to see that. You don't want that to happen. And what these sites can do, they can actually get your home address from your IP. Don't let that happen. Use a VPN. If it's not Nord, get another one. There's free ones out there, but Nord is only $3 a month, and in my opinion, it is the best. If you guys are going to Bitcoin 2025 Vegas, the prices did go up today again. Do not wait for them to go up again, though. Get them as soon as possible. Get them through us on our site, and yeah, definitely check out onchainrevolution.io for that. And then our store. Check out everything in our store. We have some of the best merch, not just in Ordinals, but in crypto too. Check out everything here at onchainrevolution.io. And guys, we are live. Oh, shout out to Kai Effect with a $5 super sticker, my guy. Much love to you, my friend. Absolutely awesome. But we are live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 4 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. We're not going anywhere. On-Chain Revolution will be here for you guys with the latest updates. Ordinal Revolution was amazing, but the same show. We're not changing anything. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Check out On-Chain Revolution starting on Sunday. We'll have a video out on Sunday, and it's going to be a wild ride. I think this is going to be an exciting year. But on that note, see you guys on Monday.
Peace.
We OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls. Bet I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.